Oh my god. What? How is this legal? Oh yeah, that's how it's legal. Okay. Wow. I mean, the more I look at this, the more I'm like, what? How? What? How this? How did this get approved for production? This vehicle, let's call it a vehicle, is absolutely horrible. I mean, obviously, this is a problem, but this we cannot change. Um, but the problem is everything else. This is a huge problem. It has, of course, bump steer. You can clearly see that even here it's not aligned because these need to be 6 studs long instead of 5. Um, the springs are, you know, way too hard for what it is. You know, I'm setting it on the ground and the springs don't even move. I mean, they move because, you know, they are mounted like crap. But, you know, when the car goes over bumps, nothing happens. It just skips around because it's, you know, the only time this is moving is, oh my god, this is so hard. The only time this is moving is when it's jumping from something, but all the other times it's just too hard to be controllable. Even, I mean, you know how this is all flapping around when driving. This cannot be. You cannot control it. You have bump steer. You have like this huge play in here, springs that are way too hard, uh, and this is just the front suspension. Don't mention the rear. So the rear is an exercise in laziness. We have springs, yes, but the rear axle is absolutely junk. So other than being suspended, it cannot, you know, it cannot twist. The car is literally relying on the twisting of the front suspension to negotiate any kind of uneven terrain. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. And they want how much for this? There's nothing here. Almost no parts. Just this shitty battery box. Holy crap. So the story of this, I was given this by the owner to make it good. So he wants me to fix the flaws and make it controllable via a physical remote. So obviously we're going to use CADA parts, and I don't think that many parts of this are gonna survive. So basically, what we are gonna do is we are going to build another car. We are the only thing that we are gonna use from this car, obviously, are the specific parts that I don't have. But other than that, we are probably gonna redesign this completely, keeping, of course, all the dimensions, everything, the small factor. So part simplicity. It's not gonna be, you know, we are gonna keep the caster here. we're not gonna change. I mean, we're gonna change a lot, but you know, the basic parameters are gonna stay. But holy shit, even like this, the wheels are just pointing like this. What the fuck? What they should be pointing literally inwards. They're pointing outwards, and then when you drive, they're like, holy shit! Look at this. There's so much resistance. Wow, so much resistance. Yeah. This is this is crazy. How did this pass as a product? This is tragic. Really tragic. And my god, how did they fix this? This can be done so much better. So much better. Yeah. But you know, we're gonna fix this. Not right now, because I need to obviously buy parts. Specifically, I need to, since the servos and motors and remote, I need to use for the Countach. And today the Countach is still on the agenda, but he wants it back within a month or so. So yeah, I mean, the rear suspension obviously is gonna be a 4-link with the differential in the middle, like it's supposed to be. It's gonna be a, I don't know. I need to test how fast this is, but I would like to put a buggy motor here instead of this shit. Since we are gonna use the Kada battery box, we could probably have the motor in the car. But no, we're gonna drive it directly like this because this is just simpler. But it's gonna be a 4-link suspension, not this shit. So we can have like articulation here in the rear, so it can manage uneven terrain, you know, a little bit better. In the front, we're gonna do the wishbones are gonna be, obviously, at least the bottom ones are gonna be 6-link. I would say the top ones we can leave 5-stud, but the bottom ones at least need to be 6-stud, so that we get at least some resemblance of steering. And of course, we need to make sure that this doesn't happen, because this is just horrible. And the spring rate is gonna be quite a bit softer, so that when you place the car on the ground, it sinks down a little bit, because this means that, you know, it can actually absorb uneven terrain, which this definitely needs to. And in the rear as well, because right now the suspension is like literally, when I press it down like this, it's rock hard. Even like this, it's so hard. You know, this is just unusable. This is an example. I mean, he gave this car to me because he complained this car is not fun. I cannot steer it. It's uncontrollable. That's what he said. I mean, I could have told him from just the pictures, but yeah. So we need to fix it. Not in this stream, but I guess in the next, or you know, within the next few weeks, we need to fix this. We have a, you know, small budget, since I'm gonna use some of my bricks, but I'm gonna keep some of his, you know, so it's gonna be give or take. And yeah, the motors, you know, we're gonna buy from Kada, I guess. The only question, I mean, this is gonna be the servo, this is gonna be the battery box. The only question is which motor are we gonna use here, I'm open for suggestions, but first I will of course use the horrible Lego app to connect this to my phone and see, how fast this even goes. And then, I can even test, on this car, like it is the Kada motor, and see, if the gear ratio here is okay, whatever, if it's fun enough. Um, and then we're gonna move on from there. But anyway, enough of this shit. Oh my god. So, we have our own problems here. As said in the previous stream, we need to find a solution for this. So we are going to redesign this part here, because obviously, this isn't the end of days. It's not that important that this is here. I mean, it is important, but the main stabilizing factor was this part here. This part made all the difference. But we need some sort of support for the door, so when it gets shut, that it doesn't go way past this, that it has something to rest on. And of course, we need this to slot in somewhere, and then a something lever to pop the door open. That's the goal for today. Once you have this, then we move to the front of the car to get all the things bottom up there, and then we do the rear part. That's the basic plan. By the way, that's the plan, yeah. By the way, does anybody know if what's the deal with the Kada gear selectors? Do they come with the forks, or does one have to buy them separately? I kinda am interested in that. Right. So ideally, it would be here. We would have it something like this, or like this. No, probably like this, or like this. Yeah, more like this. Yeah, then we can do something here. So we can pin it here. Yeah, like this. And then obviously we would have, that's the general idea. Okay, we need to work on this. Why is this happening? Okay. I guess, yeah, probably because it needs gravity assist. No? Interesting. Okay. What's happening here is that this part here, so the axle, of course, isn't really keen on going in there, so it doesn't, and prevents the this here prevents this here from allowing these two to close. So this means that we cannot have this here. We have to allow it to be like this. And what's the option? We need to have something running across here. If we change these two, that's not gonna be good, I think, because we have the rocker panel here. Yeah, and the rocker panel does not allow this to be here in the front. One more thing before we do anything here. We have this to consider. So this guy here is here. Yeah, like this. So before we do anything funny, we need to know that the servo is here. Which obviously limits what we can do. Okay, so we can have something going up to here. Going up to here. This has to remain open. Just experimenting, so right. Okay, thus this does not give us a hole here. So it's a yes, but situation again. Yes, but so if we, instead of this here, use a regular lift arm. A regular lift arm, which I'm gonna leave like this because I have no idea how and if we are even gonna use it. I'm just placing it here to assess the options. I'm also gonna use this here so that I have something holding it in place. Just temporarily. Temporarily. Don't judge me. Okay. This here, of course, obviously we can make sure that with a connector here or something, this doesn't move anywhere. So this is going to be okay. And then we are left with how we are gonna actuate this. So we have the rest for our bottom of the door, which is fine. We are kinda having a support for this ish. Now we have to engineer a lever or something that's gonna push this up, and preferably that lever, I think, should be actuated from within this general area. So when the car is like this, you press down here and the door swings up. I think that's fair. So obviously when you press this up and we have a lever on a fulcrum, it would go the wrong direction. So, except if you would push it like this. If you would push it like this. But how do we make it accessible? No. Come on. Okay. Okay. Again, this is just placeholder, so I have more room here. Right. We are going to have the rocker panel here. Ish. Somewhere here. Somewhere here. So we have a relatively small space for something. It's there, but we cannot have it here because it's really hard to press in with your fingers. Here we could have something. There is a reasonable amount of space to make something here. If my fat finger comes in here, you know, should be doable. But what? How are we gonna actuate this here? We have to push it up. We have to push it up. How much? How much do we have to push it up? Let's see. We have to push it up by more than half a stud. More than half a stud till it goes up. More than half a stud, and of course we need to make sure that this is in the center because it's not. Yeah, this is missing. This part here is missing. I have omitted it. Yeah, this one will do nicely. Oh, hi. Hallo Maximilian. Okay. Come on. Okay. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So it's not going anywhere, and we are not using an excessive amount of parts for this. Okay. Again, we are pressing it up by how much? Yeah, by some amount. I would like to control this amount. Let's see. So, like this. And now I am going to allow for, let's say, one stud of movement. One stud of movement. I prefer Alex. So, yeah, one stud is what we are looking for. So one stud. So one stud of movement is what is gonna open the door. Okay. One stud of movement, you say. And it has to be light on parts. And light on parts. That second requirement is kind of problematic. So what we could do here is maybe, but no, could we? I mean, ideally, we would have a part here. But it's not ideal. On using what spring? We could technically we could use this here, but obviously there's a but. First of all, we have a little space here. Second, this is gonna constantly jump out. It's gonna be very annoying. We could do this. This would technically work. Technically, this would work, I guess, but I am not comfortable with this. First of all, when you apply the rocker panel, you cannot apply the rocker panel because this is in the way. Second, even if you could, it would stick out half a stud out of the rocker panel. So yeah, and this, that's the second reason. So we're not gonna use that. We have to use something. I mean, some different mechanism. Like, I don't know, like something like this, that would like push up on it, which we could, but we need to change this here. No problem, no problem. We can. So let's do it. I think this is gonna work. So we need to change this here. Basically, we change them like that. If this is permissible. Yeah, it is. It is permissible. Now we have enough room so that this can pivot up. We're gonna pivot it here on this here. This, of course, is just a test. I have absolutely no idea if this is gonna work. Probably not the way I want it, but is this enough? Oh no, I need a 3 stud here. This needs to be a 3 stud. Do I have a 3 stud here? No, obviously not. Come on, okay. Does this work? Obviously not, because I cannot push it further up. But if I could, it would work. So if I could, it would work. Okay, if I had this here, maybe. So I need to change this part, which is sadly just what we need here, but apparently not. Yes. Of course. Of course. Of course. Let's see. Let us see how this is gonna work. I just need to fix this here. Well, I would say that the third-party motors are not any worse than Legos, if you know what I mean. They are more or less the same. A little bit too much force required for my taste. Ah, yeah. So it has a little bit of dead play, and then I don't know. Too much force is required. The lever needs to be longer. Ideally, it would be here, but this is problematic. And then we have a rocker like this. My hands always in the way. So we have this here. That's not a problem, but the only way I see us coming out on top here is making this lever longer, because ideally we would have it here. You know, if we would for the sake of argument, if we would have something here like this, you know, just testing. Yeah, that's the right amount of force. You know, that's the right amount of force that's required, I think. Yeah, to open this. Ideally, even here. Come on. There. Ideally, it would be here. Yeah, but that's not enough, because we need more travel. But this, yeah, this would be ideal. So we have two choices. Either we redesign this part here, or we make the lever here one stud longer. We cannot use this here because of the rocker panel, because once the rocker panel is on, see, this is flush with the rocker panel. So this is out of the question. Yeah, we have to have it here. This hole is gonna be ideal. I mean, let's try with a longer lever and see where this gets us. outside again. How do I mount this? That's the question. Even temporarily. Yeah. Okay, let's revert to the solution I had before. Okay, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Yeah, we need the room here. Okay, like that. Okay, we can. Yeah, I guess we can use this. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty much ideal. Pretty much ideal. If I can get this in. There. No. Nothing is allowed to protrude from below this. Let me just mount this and then I'll show you and we'll see. We want a flat bottom. That's the goal here. Okay, yeah. Problematic because this here. Okay. So we need a piece that is this. Yeah. That's what we're gonna use. I think this is gonna be fine. No, we're gonna use this here. We're gonna use this here. Like this, you will rest on, sorry, this. Come on. Blah. Or we could even use a, yeah, 3-3. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if this works, no, it's not gonna work. We're gonna use the 3-3. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Hey, thanks for the subscription. Um, okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, come on. What? Oh, okay, I see. So let's see it with the roof on. Maybe that's the problem. Come on. Okay. And then of course we have the rocker panel, which we are going to install now so that we can check everything here. Our lever here. So I'm gonna pin the rocker panel here, and I can pin it, I don't know, somewhere here, I guess. Come on. Okay. No. So just we can test the full experience. Why are you not connecting? Okay. Why are you not? Ah, okay. That is a problem. That is a problem. So it doesn't close, of course, because see what happens here is we are opening it, but sometimes see the body twists or is not pushed far apart enough with by the roof, which we need to fix, so that these cannot close. And if I do this, then they do. So that's not okay. We need to fix this. And this is actually a function of the roof. So obviously the roof somehow is, you know, not doing its job, but since we have changed it so much, that's kinda understandable. So we are going to do some bodging here to investigate what's happening. I have a feeling that I shouldn't dismantle this. We are going to see if it's an easy fix or we'll see. We'll see. It may be an easy fix or not. So this is making the roof a lot stiffer. I'm gonna repeat this on the other side specifically so we can even observe, you know, how much the roof structure has changed or added to the stiffness of the car, because it definitely has. Okay. Oh yeah. Holy shit, yeah. This is a lot stiffer. Yeah. This is quite stiff. But is it stiff enough for our purposes here? This is going okay. Doesn't even want to close. Not good. Nope. Nope, we need it further apart. Does not allow us to close this. Even though all of this is in geometry, this needs to close. Needs to close, so the roof, like literally, needs to be pushing this further apart. Roof needs to be like, yeah. I'm very conflicted. Very conflicted with this. So obviously I'm building a jig here to see if, even if everything here is gonna be in perfect sync, so in perfect geometry, if this is gonna work. For what? Where would we use this here? I mean, I have that part, so that's not a problem. But where would we use it? I kinda am puzzled where we would use it. Not sure. Okay, so I don't have to put anything here in the rear because this is perfectly making it perfectly aligned. Is it? Come on. Yeah. Okay, so this is aligned perfectly. So now we need to account for this in here. Okay. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We can absolutely do this. We can account for this here easily. I mean, if all is perfect, it works. But like everything in life, when exactly is this gonna be perfect? My prediction is never. So if anything is just a fraction of a millimeter wrong, it's not gonna close properly. So we need to make some room. So in order that it does, even if things are not perfect. So we are going to modify this here. We're going to modify this here. So what we have to get rid of is this corner here. We need to get rid of this corner. This corner must not be here. But we want, you know, this to have a purchase. Okay, so we cannot use this here. We can use this here. On two of them. Yeah, that's actually not an easy fix. God damn it. This is the perfect piece to be in here, except we need to shave this part here. What could we use here? We are gonna do this. We are gonna use this here. And use even fewer parts. Fewer parts for a more elegant solution. Okay, so we are gonna use this, and then this. This here, and this here. There. I think we have solved everything. And on top of that, I think this is gonna be even, yeah, even stronger. Let's see. Perfect. Perfect. I mean, this is perfection itself. The opening is maybe not so perfect. We need to make this better, but it closes like every time. Charm. Like a charm, and there's just enough room for it. Just enough room for everything. There's no collisions whatsoever, and there's still room to spare. So even without the brace, everything closes like a dream. Beautiful. Simply beautiful. So the only thing that I would like to change now is the actuation of this is maybe not the best, but we can maybe do something here. Perhaps just a simple fix where we add this here. This might be all it needs. So we can press further down the line. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You know, so I actually added a bigger lever when I added this. Nice. What? Ah, okay. I mean, everything comes at a cost. Yeah. Not so nice. Because it's... Now this is giving us problems here. Doesn't want to go back easily. What if I help a little bit by adding one small thing? There. So I added the pin here, so that this guy here isn't being pushed the other way. And then when the door is slamming down, the door is pushing it down. So while the door is open, it's gonna be like this, and then the door is pushing it down. And then we're pressing up. What, really? Okay. And it's easy. It's really easy to access from the bottom. Really easy. You know, I'm really not being careful here. I'm just deliberately trying to slam it, to slam it down to, you know. It's still, you know, this guy here, still catches on this part here. It's that tight. It catches on this part here, and you know, sometimes it catches on this here, which makes the door slamming not so smooth. No, I can't. If I lose the half bush, see, if I lose the half bush, then we have no latch, because the bush here is catching on those two by just half a stud. See, just by half a stud. So I mean, it's not gonna be a huge problem, I think. Yeah, I like the door. We have solved more or less all the problems. we need to tidy it up a little bit, but you know, there's not much that's still wrong. It's really small compared to what it was. So specifically, you know, this door here is much fatter than what we have here. And the original door, which I think we dismantled because it was never gonna be used anyway, is what was, you know, much thicker. So this door is thick only where it really needs to be. Everything else is slimmed down. And our chassis as such, you know, our chassis as such is really strong. It's really strong. I don't think any supercar in the market is has a chassis that is that strong. Yeah, I mean, I have to really twist it, and we have not even done this properly. This of course made a huge difference, and you know, all of that stuff suddenly becomes, yeah, perfect. And when the gearbox is in, it's gonna twist even less. So I'm pretty happy. Yeah. Um, steering wheel. Steering wheel. Alternating lift arm. 3 perpendicular, which is the latch pin. No, it can't. Sadly, it cannot, I think. Mm. See, because it kinda is important that it connects to this here, because this makes everything strong. I don't think that if it was the small lift arm, which I'm sure I have somewhere here. I don't have one anymore. I think I've used all of them up. Yeah, all of them are in use somewhere. Yeah. I mean, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. This part here, this indentation would maybe, you know, yeah. I know what you mean. But I don't think that's gonna be such an issue. If it is, we can redesign, I guess. We can then put the alternating lift arm, lift arm in there. Yeah. Okay. Door is done. I'm gonna remove all the non-essential parts, and we need to do the mount for the steering wheel before we move on. Mount for the steering wheel. We don't need any of that, or do we? No, we do need some of that because we need to know where the steering wheel is gonna be. Next blue pin is at half stud. What? No, wait, that's the old one. In here. While I'm here, I'm gonna change this, I guess. It's bothering me. Or? Yeah, I think I can change it. No, I'm gonna leave it in place for now. I mean, obviously we need to clean this up. This needs to be shorter. A few things here need to be a little bit better made, but let's leave this for now. You mean to this? Sure, it would. I had it like this before. See? But yeah, it would, I guess. Yeah, it would reach. It would reach. Yeah, I mean, a little bit of cleanup. Now that we know how it's done, some cleanup, and yeah, we have a nice latch. Simple, as simple as we can make it. Um, yeah, that's it. Okay, so steering wheel. Steering wheel. I said something about using this here as the steering column because now we do not need any fancy stuff other than this. I think. I think this is all that we need as a as the mount for the steering wheel. What? Why? Kara does have it, as far as I know. So why would it be an elephant in the room if Kara has it? Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I think I saw it in the parts list. I mean, obviously, I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time, but I think I thought I saw it in the parts list. Hey JSP. We need a cardon. We need a cardon joint. Yes. Maybe something like this. This could be perfect. I think the steering wheel is maybe one step too low. Should probably be like a bit higher. Okay. What would you say? Like this? Or like this? What would we prefer? I think like this would be better because this is kind of low, or? Hmm. Should sit here. Yeah, should sit here. So lower, yeah, okay. The lower position it is. Obviously, we need to fix it in place with lift arms on both sides here, but yeah, this is pretty good. So minimalistic, really. Mm. Yeah, I like it. Maybe we can use a longer axle here, actually. Yeah, we can use a number 4 here. Number 4. And a pin, a bush. Yeah. Or is it too much is it too much in the cabin? Hmm. Would we need to retract it a bit? I don't know. We can still tweak it once we have the seats. There. So these are now the same. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Only problem is these don't pin in quite nicely because this. Did we have this part here closer in? I think we did. I think we did. Or wasn't this closer? Or am I doing something wrong? See the issue, right? I think this black part here was one stud closer to the firewall. I could be mistaken. I completely forgot how we did this in front. I mean, it's not missing much, but this is a problem. Can you see it? Hard to see. Yeah, I mean, initially they would align, but this black lift arm here is kind of making things difficult. I don't think we are gonna solve it with a flip-flop beam. This would actually need to be further back, but it can't and it won't. It can't and it won't. So we need to think of something. Think of something. What could we do? So we do want to keep the slope here. We need to solve this here so it can get over this. I mean, it's already ruined a little bit, but we can still live with it. No. Yeah, basically it's we would need to push this down, you know, for it to be able to be pinned here, which I don't want. Yeah, we're gonna add the details, but the details are in the end. They are cosmetic. We are working on the basics first, and most of the basics are spot on at the moment. Hmm. And one thing, of course, that we still need to do is the manual switch for the pop-up headlights. Um, First, we're gonna do this, and then the pop-up headlight switch. Not today, of course, but you know. Everything that I'm gonna try here is just gonna change the angle of this. How could we change this here? So how could we change this here? And keep the strength, obviously. Not easy. Not easy. Everything that I'm kind of thinking of is making things here more complicated, not easier. So thin, thick 3 lift arms here instead of this, and here we would have then, I mean, as the main spring mount, we would have an axle here and a 2x2. So basically the lift arm with the axle bolt. Um, so we would have this here. I am not convinced, but if I must, this would allow, this would allow then for this to pass through. This is not necessarily bad, We can you know, make even something like this, that then, you know, and this passes like here, and this is kind of, you know, crutching itself on this, maybe. Yeah, on this, and then of course these two would be, once we have established this, yeah, they would be supported here on the inside. We would do, I don't know, something like this again, an axle connection, and then we would, you know, brace them together with something, because, you know, the axle needs, the lifter needs to pass through here. Of course, it's gonna be a V8, V8, V12. Of course, it's a Lamborghini Countach. It's a V12. What else would it be? Well, yeah, not a V12 LP, of course, but yeah, inline 3 would fit. I think Ben already made calculations for this. Inline 3 would fit. Inline 4 would probably also fit. So there are possibilities. Okay. We need to take everything out, right? Yeah. Oh well. So it's not that bad. We're not changing anything fundamental. Of course, if this doesn't work out, we can always go back to what we had. So that's okay, I guess. Come on. Okay. Right. Now, this is suboptimal. Suboptimal. Well, it's not gonna flex any more than this. Weight of the car or not. I mean, I'm applying the full weight of the car. Let's see if we can hack this. Could we hack this? Could we do something that most people will probably kill me for? But could we do this? I mean, it works. I'm not proud of it, but it works. Um, observe this one. And so it moves less. If I remove this. Yeah, it is the last resort, but I have to try it. You know, I do have to try it. Ah, that's horrible. Yeah. And observe, you know, if you can see it. Yeah, you see the collision here that we are avoiding by using this. What would I change by doing this? Whole point is to avoid this here so that we don't have a collision. We need this gap here. Um, I am thinking of better options, and the problem is, of course, that nothing can be underneath. Nothing can be underneath because underneath is directly the steering system. So we cannot have anything under it. This was the perfect solution, but we we cannot carve like a wedge into this. Sadly, who wants something from me? We cannot carve a hole into this. Yeah, and this one, this one does not have any indentations like the small ones and this one. So this is out of the question. But even this here would does not cover the whole width of the lift arm. So this wouldn't even be an option. Problem almost solved, I would say. Problem almost solved. Because this guy here is taking all the brunt. Almost. I mean, the perfect part here would be if this here had an axle connection here and was one stud longer. That would be the perfect. I absolutely hate the new M2. It looks so ugly. I would like to burn it with fire. Well, we cannot move the springs anywhere. So moving the springs is not an option. The springs are perfect where they are. There's no other option for them to be anywhere else. Um, Oh, compared to this side, whoa. Mm. I mean, the M2, the rear is just horrible. With those in the protrusions out in the bumper, and the front square kidneys. I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck were they thinking? Middle three length. What? Middle 3L connector, one stud back, so can pin it from the top. Middle 3L. I need some help. Some help. I don't get what you mean. I need some visuals or whatever. Middle 3L connector. You mean this one? I mean, this is just. Yeah, but these do nothing. These are shit. If they are there or not, it makes no difference. You know, they do not provide any strength to this. Once this part here is in, they are cosmetic, more or less. Yeah, they are more or less cosmetic. There's little difference. Um, well, Ben, this is exactly what we are doing. I mean, you were probably sleeping, but yes, we had this here. This was perfect, but the problem was that if this was in place, then we could not pin this in. See this here? We are in collision. That's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this. If we weren't in collision, this would be perfect. But we are. sadly. Because this I wouldn't have to deal with any of this if this was just fit. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. No problemo. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Yeah. You can basically just mold the part exactly how it needs to be, and that's it. Um, Here we have a limited amount of parts that we must use. Nope, nope, because right down there we have the steering, which comes here. So we cannot use anything down there. Um, which is very unfortunate. Mm, hmm. Slanted beam. What slanted beam? Oh, you mean that? No, no, no. Don't think that would go well. I think we tried, or did we not? Because it's kind of far away. No, that's not gonna go well, I think. Ah, I see. Yeah, I'll fix it. Thank you. Um, I don't know. I need to sleep over it and see what we can do tomorrow. Um, yeah. Anyway, that's it for today. Yeah, we need to fix this tomorrow, and then we can start assembling the whole front end and do the actuation for the headlights, and then we can make the visuals, so the bodywork. Finally, um, the gearbox and stuff. We'll see what we're gonna do with it. If I can get the new Kata parts, we're gonna have another gearbox redesign. If not, we're gonna ship it like this for now. Uh, anyway, thanks for watching, and I see you tomorrow.